What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. And in today's video we got the predictions for UFC Baku, Azerbaijan. Hey kid, how do you not do a fight night in fucking Azerbaijan? Now listen, what's the question? Israel? Iran? Bombs? Yeah, I don't fucking know, kid. That's a question for Tuesday. We gotta fucking hope that doesn't happen. Yeah, see, I don't know what the UFC's doing in terms of this card. Like, first of all, why are they going to Azerbaijan? Second of all, what the fuck are they doing, like, within a, like, very close proximity of a war zone, hosting a martial arts event? Not sure. It is what it is. Cool fights. Sick card. 2 AM Australia time, which is great, obviously. But anyway, let's predict the fights. I'll be going 12-0 on this card, so you can just bookmark that now. But yeah, let's get into it. Let me know your picks in the comments as well. Like, subscribe, all that bullshit. Let's get into it. First fight of the night. We will all be waking up at 1 AM in the morning, 2 AM in the morning to watch fucking Hamdi Abdulwahab versus Muhammad Usman. I'm going to be picking Hamdi Abdulwahab because I made the mistake of picking against Hamdi Abdulwahab when he fought a black opponent in the Middle East in his last fight, and the black opponent clearly won that fight, and Hamdi won a robbery decision. So what I'm going to be doing is trusting that either Hamdi will just win clearly, or he will go to a close decision. They'll throw 5 strikes around the gas out after 2 minutes, and it'll be a robbery either way, and I'm going to trust it to be a robbery to the guy who's vaguely within the area of the fucking card. So that's what I'm going to be doing. The logic, there's no logic. I'm just picking Hamdi Abdulwahab because I got robbed of a pick last time when he clearly lost to Jamahal Pogues and got favoritism because he's from the area. So yeah, hopefully the favoritism goes our way this time. Let's move on though to the next fight. Next up, we got Tagir Ulanbekov versus Azat Maxim. I'm just going to pick Tagir because, again, I can't even say from the area because roughly so is Maxim. But Tagir just seems to be better. We saw Azat Maxim kind of lose pretty handedly to Charles Johnson. He had success in the first and he's been out for a while. So there is kind of a vague chance that he comes in and looks good and maybe drops Tagir or something. But Tagir's been reliable against top guys. Not top guys, but like between bottom end of the rankings and unranked pool, he's looked pretty good. I think he'll beat Azat Maxim, who just doesn't seem to be all that good. He didn't even look good in his debut either. So yeah, let's move on though to the next fight. Next up, Arini Alexievia versus Claudia Segulia. I'm going to pick the one who looks more masculine. That's the tried and true method of picking unranked women's MMA. Enough said. I'm not going to be going through their records or their opponents or anything. Neither of them are good. One of them looks like a woman. One of them looks like someone you'd actually have sex with. One of them looks like someone who'd rape you in the back of an alleyway. So I'm picking the other one, who doesn't look like a woman. Let's move on, though, to the next fight. More women. We will all be waking up at 3 AM in the morning to watch a 4-fight streak of Muhammad Usman, Tagir Ulanbekov, and then 2 women's bantamweight fights. So I'm going to be picking Melissa Mullins again. Slightly more masculine looking. Daria Jeleznikova looks like someone who would have been hot and then tried to make themselves more hot and had plastic surgery and failed. And now she looks less hot than she would have been. I genuinely think this bitch probably looked better without the plastic surgery. And maybe she hasn't had it. I'm just assuming because that looks like a face that's had plastic surgery. But Melissa Mullins is decent, I guess. I don't know. And I think they've fought already on the regionals and she beat her. So I'll just pick Melissa Mullins to win. Russian women don't fight. There's a reason for it. They don't let them. Let's move on, though, to the next one. Next up, actual somewhat decent martial arts. I will say the prelims of this card are kind of washed. This card would have been a lot better with the Tagir vs Kyoji fight that was on there. If we had that, this card's like stacked. Like this card's like competing with the Abu Dhabi card. That's just been announced by Dana. We all kind of knew the fights already. I'll probably do a separate video, not on that card individually. I'm planning on doing a video like grading and like ranking all the upcoming cards that are somewhat booked, I guess. And that card's looking closer to done. That's like the main card's done, and then we got a few prelims. So that moves up. Pico 5 rounds. Co-man's confirmed. Obviously, Yarn McGee's confirmed. Brass Mitchell brother versus Saeed Nurmagomedov's confirmed as well. So that card is stacked. But if this had Tagir Kyoji, it's not on that level, but it's like within the realm. But back on the fight, I'll pick Junyoung Park to win against Ismail Nurdiev. Nurdiev just was a mid-level bum UFC fighter who lost a few times, got cut, fought on the regionals, still lost, and then came back and beat a washed Bruno Silva, who's terrible and not good at this stage of his career. Not like a pre-Pereira Bruno Silva, nothing like that. No, just shit Bruno Silva. And he just kind of took him to a tepid decision. So, I mean, maybe he can outstrike Young Park on the feet, but Park's got good grappling. I thought he got robbed against Muniz from memory, I think that was, or whoever he fought. I think he beat Tavares or something. He's pretty good. I think Young Park is well, I don't even remember, to be honest. But I think it was like, he's fought Muniz and Tavares, I think. But Park's solid. He's had success against pretty much anyone 15 to like 35 ranked, and then anyone lower than that he's beaten pretty handedly. So I'll pick Park to beat Nerdiev, who I just don't think is like a crazy UFC caliber fighter. Let's move on though to the next fight. Next up, Oban Elliott, Seok Ko. I'm picking Elliott. I just had to fucking add this one in because I didn't see it somehow when I was going through the card order and I missed it. So I had to go back and move everything around and fucking put this one in. So yeah, Elliott will win. If he loses, then JDM gets vicariously fraud-checked because Elliott did better than JDM against Basil hafez. And so then if he still loses, that would be disastrous for JDM's legacy. No, I'm kidding. But no, I don't know. Seok Ko's some contender series dude is mid anyway. Let's move on to the next fight. We've got... What's next? We've got... The kid's name is Bogdan Grad versus Muhammad Naimov. This fucking Agent 47 little bald-ass motherfucker. Alex Caruso without the beard. I don't know what we're doing with Bogdan Grad. He's looking a bit weird. But I'm going to be picking Muhammad Naimov mostly because, and this is the sole reason, he was competitive with Felipe Lima up until he got subbed in the third. And I'm relying on Naimov to look good in this fight to justify my Felipe Lima domination submission against Payne Talbot next weekend. Because if Grad goes out here and smokes Naimov in a round, I'm going to feel less good about Felipe Lima being a top-level bantamweight. But Naimov's a featherweight. Felipe Lima took the fight up a weight class. Grad is decent, and he's gritty, and he's tough, and he had a good fight on Contender Series with Michael Aswell, who just lost a pretty competitive decision to Balagioki, who's just an unranked lightweight. And what's the other kid's name? Fucking... Lucas Alexander, who's a bum, who has no heart and no grit and no cardio, got chinned by Jekka Saragi and was beating Bogdan Grad comfortably, who I picked Alexander to win, so this pissed me off. That Saudi card got 2 fights wrong. One of them was a robbery because fucking Hamdi got favoritism, and the other one was Alexander schooling and beating up Bogdan Grad in round 1, having success, and then just quitting and dying and having no gas tank. So I'm going to be picking Naimov. I think he's pretty good. He beat Nathaniel Wood, fouls or not. Again, he knows how to foul, and he'll get away with it because it's, again, within the region of where he's from. So, I'll pick Naimov by decision. He's not much of a finisher. He looked kind of mid against Khan Offley, but he's just... I don't think that's like him being bad. I think that's just he's not a finisher. His style... Yeah, he kind of... he got Jamie Malarkey out of there, but Malarkey's kind of mid and chinny. So, I'll pick Naimov to win. Let's move on, though. Grad is good and he is tough, and there is a path for him to win if he can kind of make Naimov quit and gas him out, but I'll go Naimov. Let's move on. Next up, we're up to the main card, and the first fight on the main card is Nazim Sadikov versus Nicholas Molta. I'm picking Nazim Sadikov. He's kind of like everyone's lock of the week. I think this is his showcase spot. Main card opener, Azerbaijan. Him and Fiziev are the ones from here, I guess, Tafik Masayev as well. But if I'm not mistaken, Fiziev is not Azerbaijani born. I believe Nazim Sadikov is. So, yeah, I'm gonna... Again, don't quote me on that with Fiziev. I thought he's Kyrgyzstan born or something and he left, or I don't know what he is. But Sadikov, we know, he called for this spot. He got it. Honestly, not even... I wouldn't say a step back, but like a step sideways from Bonfim. Like Bonfim, Mota, very similar fighters. Shorter, stocky guys. Kind of big, meaty hook power style. Mota does have KO potential, but I just don't look at Sadikov and look at any of his performances and think he's going to get chinned here, which would, in my opinion, be Mota's way to win. To me, if you're ranking them, I don't think Sadikov's going to be a top 15 guy. It would be cool if he was, because we can get some more guys in that lightweight division. But Nazim Sadikov, I view him as like a 25 to 40 ranked guy at lightweight. I view Nicholas Molta as like a 50 to 70 ranked guy. Like I view him as a guy who's going to clean up shop with the bums, with the short notice step ups, with the guys like Amaha Shate who he beat. Nazim Sadikov's 10-1. He's doing something right. He's only one loss was in his first ever fight in 2018. So he's not bad. Like, Sadikov might be prospect status, but he has kind of, I wouldn't call him prospect status. He has been losing pretty handedly. My fucking computer isn't going to load, which is very fucking annoying. Oh my god, this is pissing me off. Bro, this is laptop recording right now. Very fucking annoying. What is this? Oh, fuck's sake. But he beats, what's it called? He beat Bonfim. He had the draw with Borshev, but like he took a year off after the Borshev fight and looked real good when he came back. He had that kind of comeback submission with McKinney, but again, McKinney's a guy who's probably going to just beat everyone in the first round, but then if you escape it, you'll win. So like you can be like, oh, he lost the first to McKinney. But it's like, yeah, but so does everyone. So Evan Elder fight. I mean, yeah, Evan Elder's a big guy, so I don't mind that performance for him. Otherwise, I just think he's better than Mota, who again like managed to catch Tom Nolan, and he managed to beat Mahashate on damage. Kind of dropped him a few times in their fight, but I think Sadikov is a pretty confident call for this card. So yeah, let's move on though to the next fight. Next up, Miktabek Orbay versus Tofik Musayev. I'm picking Orbay to win by submission in round 2 or something. I don't know. I think Orbay is going to win. I think Tofik Musayev is fucking mid, and I think this is going to be one of those performances where you see those retards like fucking Casey Leiden or some shit from MMA fighting that just have the most egregiously horrible rankings ever. This motherfucker has Alexander Shabli ranked above fucking Paddy Pimblett at lightweight. Like, we need to be serious with this, and I think Orbay is going to go and smoke Tofik Musayev in his home fucking country, and send him back to the fucking B-Leagues. Because literally the only reason Musayev's on this card is because he's from Azerbaijan, and otherwise you're literally going to the fucking a country with only 2 fighters from their entire nation. So again, I always have been on the opinion to don't fucking reward bullshit if they don't actually have talent. Like, don't go to countries and reward them with cards if they don't have their own fighters. I think the same about Abu Dhabi, but at least they just fork out cash, and they have Russians, I guess, so they just claim them because they have the same belief system and they're both Muslim. So, you know, everyone from that region all just counts as one. It's like, it's kind of crazy. Like, it's almost like everyone from the entire fucking Middle Eastern Stan area, like Kazakhstan, Dagestan, everything, all of them all kind of jumble themselves into one group, and then that's like them versus America, even though it's like 17 fucking countries. But Tofik Musayev, he's won 2 fights recently, lost again, finished in the 3rd by Alexander Shabli, beat Sydney Outlaw, lost to Roberto Souza, beat Pitbull by decision, Patrici, by the way, not Patricio. So I don't know, I just don't think this guy's any good, and he's been subbed before. He's got 3 losses on his record by submission. Oralbay's a guy who kind of gets that pressure submission grappling going, and he's 35 years old, Tofik, so yeah, fucking, this dude's not winning, bro. Anyway, let's keep it moving on to the next fight. Next up, we've got Curtis Blaydes versus Rizvan Kuniev. I'm not fucking picking Rizvan Kuniev, bro. I'm pretty sure MMA experts picked Rizvan Kuniev. I'm sorry, at that point, you're just picking on vibes. Like, there's no logical reason to pick Rizvan fucking Kuniev, dude. Like, what advantage does he have over Blaydes? He's not some thunderous power puncher. Like, he beat some fucking bum on Contender Series. Like, good job. And looked fat. Like, he shows up looking like a fucking marshmallow. Maybe he's in shape, meaning he'd definitely be on roids. I don't know, dude. I'm not fucking picking this dude. He's mid. Blaydes is good. Blaydes is competitive with top-level guys. Blaydes beat Joelton Almeida. Blaydes is not getting out-wrestled here, and I don't think he's just going to get pieced up on the feet. Blaydes' striking isn't bad. He was landing on Pavlovich before he got finished. Yeah, I don't know. Rizvan Kuniev, he's lost twice by decision. He's 33. He's not even some crazy finisher. Like, you got 6 wins by TKO, I guess. Like, good job. Again, you beat fucking Hugo Kwana back in August. You beat Henan Fahea by decision. That's enough to me, and that was when he was on roids. That's enough to me to be like, you're winning a decision against Henan Fahea while you're on sauce, and then like Henan Fahea is getting fucking sodomized in a round by Ngannou. So I'm not fucking picking this dude. Blaydes is gonna tune him up. Curtis Blaydes, easy work, probably a TKO. I just don't think Rizvan is good. And this is going to be one of those guys similar to like an Ikram against a Whitaker, where it's like, yeah, maybe the kid's got some potential. You know, he can be a lower end guy, just like, you know, Ikram can be a lower end, maybe crack the top 10 middleweight. Rizvan will probably crack the top 10 within like 2 fights, just because heavyweight's a bunch of blobs, but you ain't going straight to Blaydes and winning. That's not happening. Anyway, let's move on. Next up, Ignacio Bahamondes versus Rafael Fiziev. I'm picking Fiziev as an underdog, bro. This dude opened at like minus 200. I was like, alright, whoa, that's too wide. And then immediately, like, it's just money been coming in on Bahamondes. Like, it feels like everyone's like, yep, Bahamondes, yep. He's on the come up, Bahamondes is getting it done. He's too tall, too rangy, too lanky. And I'm just like, this dude got boxed up by Ludovic Klein. And I like Klein. But Klein looked mid against Gamrot. Not even in the wrestling. Like, even he wasn't, like, tuning up Gamrot on the feet. And this dude was boxing up Bahamondes, and I don't think Bahamondes, like, he's good, and I do like him. His style is sick to watch. He's a fun fighter to watch. I just look at his wins, and I'm like, alright, we're looking at fucking Roosevelt Roberts. We're looking at fucking, like, John McDessie or some bullshit. I don't even know if he beat John McDessie. I think he lost that fight. We're looking at, maybe one, I don't know. But we're looking at, like, fucking, who else? Like, Manuel Torres. Good win. Manuel Torres is, in my opinion, the best win on his resume. I know name value-wise, Turner was clearly not in it. He was just not trying to fight. And he just got subbed. That's not like he looked phenomenal. Like, that he looked solid on the feet against another rangy-ass guy who's kind of mid. I just think Bahamondes is just real lanky, real rangy, but at some points it's like you don't know what to do with it. And we kind of saw that against Fiziev, where he was just getting boxed up. And he's like, okay, I've got all this range, but like he doesn't fight behind a jab that much. He's got good kicks. To me, this is like either he's just too rangy and he actually is good at fighting, like he is good at using his range, and he does just run Fiziev onto counters the whole night and just beat him either by decision or catch him, or it's just like a fluky kind of head kick KO, or a knee, if Fiziev comes in. But I think Fiziev is so much quicker. I think Fiziev's a better striker than Ludovic Klein. I love Klein. Klein's cool. I don't love him as much after the Gamrot fight. He let me down there. But I like Klein, and he was having so much success early. Had Bahamondes rocked bad on the feet. Fiziev's explosive, he's quick. He hurts people. He hurt Gaethje in the first fight. He has like not like knockout power, but he has TKO, rock you, stun you power. He's got body kicks, he's got low kicks. I can think he chops to the legs. I think he's quick as fuck. 3 rounds as well. I don't feel worried about him gassing. Not like Bahamondes is even some crazy pressure fighter who's pushing a pace on you anyway. So I feel pretty decent about Fiziev. And at plus money, I would have thought like minus 130 Fiziev, and I would have maybe minus 150 Fiziev. If it was minus 150, I'd be like, oh, I'll consider a dog shot on Bahamondes. And I can see Bahamondes winning. I think most YouTubers are actually picking Fiziev though, even though Bahamondes is actually now the favourite on the odds. We'll see where they close. I think it'll probably end up closing literally even. But I got Rafa. I think there's a difference. And again, I think we just see one of those gaps between like unranked area and like top 10 caliber against the right opponent. I think Rafael Fiziev would beat Dan Hooker. I just think he got unlucky with the circumstances of the Gaethje fight. But like full camp Fiziev 3-rounder, I think he beats a guy like Dan Hooker. I think he beats some of these guys. Even full camp Gaethje rematch, I'm not convinced he loses, but Gaethje is a tough fight for him because Gaethje is a guy who can kind of push a pace on you and outlast you in a brawl. But I got Bahamondes. No, sorry, I got Fiziev. Quick hands, better boxing. Bahamondes is going to try and like be using his range, and he's just going to get tagged. And I think Fiziev will. I know Fiziev hasn't fought anyone like super tall like this. Bahamondes hasn't really fought like a real short, stocky, snappy, quick dude, apart from Klein, and he lost that fight. So if I'm comparing styles, I'm like, okay, we haven't seen Fiziev deal with a real rangy, lanky guy. Even though the reach is not going to be like crazy. It's mostly the height that's going to look retarded. So, yes, the knee/head kick potential is there. I think Fiziev's striking defense is good enough. He's conditioned. He's been fighting Muay Thai and shit for ages. He's going to know how to deal with head kicks. He's going to have fought taller, rangy guys. You fight in Muay Thai kickboxing for ages, you're going to fight all types of fucking striking styles. So, I got Fiziev. I think he wins. I think he'll box up Bahamondes and win in front of his home crowd, in front of his home fans of Azerbaijan. That's another factor as well. If it's close and it goes to the cards, I don't mind Fiziev to get it done on the cards. Let's move on though to the main event. Next up, main event, Jamahal Hill versus Khalil. Hey, bro, Khalil beats people like they owe him money, bro. Khalil's beat. Fuck off, shut up. Like, Khalil puts him in a body bag. Look at the leg kicks. He went to Thailand and he came back and he fought with a Muay Thai stance. That was like the first fighter ever that you saw fighting in a Thai stance. I don't care if Rogan's gonna glaze him. I don't care if you've seen some edit of him body kicking fucking Carl Roberson on the ground. He's overrated. I don't care if he had a one-off fucking good performance against Alex Pereira. Pereira was compromised. I don't think Pereira, even in that fight, was at the best part of his career, at the best peak of his powers. He's like 38. He's been declining. And yes, he was winning those fights in 2024. I don't think that was the best Pereira on that night. And I don't think this dude's looked impressive in any other fucking contest in his entire career, to be honest. Like, he's 35 as well. Are we going to really act like this dude's hitting his prime at 35? I'm sorry, I don't buy it. If you can't fucking realise, I'm picking Jamahal Hill to win. And I'm not confident. This is just me saying that I don't rate Khalil as much. But I also don't rate Hill that much. But I rate Khalil less. Anthony Smith to the third in a fight where he didn't look all that good. Chris Daukaus, my memory serves me correct, was actually landing on him in that fight. And then he just kind of explodes and catches him. Yes, there is the round 1 KO potential, and if he does sleep Jamahal Hill in round 1, I'm going to look really dumb. But I got Jamahal. I think Jamahal is more tested across like more fights. And with Khalil, it's like his best performance is a loss against Pereira, which I don't even know what to take out of that. Hill's going to have a small reach advantage as well, by the way. I like that. And Khalil, like, okay, your best performance of your entire career isn't even a win. It's a loss where your opponent came out afterwards and was clearly sick. He was compromised in that fight. I think he was injured as well. He literally said they were contemplating pulling out of that fight. And, like, Chris Daukaus was landing punches on him. 14 to 16 total strikes. Like, Daukaus landing at a 50% clip. Like, I'm not going to try and take away from the Daukaus fight. But even, like, Anthony Smith, I am not impressed by your performance. I'm not impressed by Anthony Smith landing at a 58% clip on you, landing 52 strikes in less than a full fight. And you were even on significant strikes, basically. Khalil landed 4 more significant strikes across the duration of that fight than Anthony Smith. Oh, that's a mid-performance. He lost to Dustin Jacoby clearly, 120 to 85 significant strikes. I know strike numbers and everything. He clearly fucking lost. Alright, cool. Your body kick fucking TKO'd Carl Roberson. Good job. Like, good job, mate. You stomped Modestas Bukauskas' knee. You lost to Marcin Prachnio after you came back from Thailand and Rogan started fucking glazing you. The Thailand bullshit was the fucking Eric Anders fight. That was tell me if I'm wrong. That was when he came back, I think, because after he got slept by Johnny Walker in a fucking round, when Johnny Walker was considered good. The Gokhan Saki win, everyone thought this dude was just the best thing to ever fucking exist. You lost by a round 1 TKO to Ion Kutalaba after you came back from Thailand. I'm 90% sure the Eric Anders fight was when Rogan started. Look at him, he's standing in a Thai stance. Marcin Prachnio beat you, Ion Kutalaba beat you, Johnny Walker put you in a fucking bag. You beat Bukauskas, you beat Carl Roberson, you robbed Dustin Jacoby, you beat Chris fucking Daukaus, and you beat Anthony Smith. You're speed-running victim fucking light heavyweight division. Like, you ran through the victim portion of 205. Bukauskas, Roberson, Daukaus, and Anthony Smith. That's like the different tiers of fucking victim weight fighter. Like, body bag, like, curls up in a ball level fucking fighter that just can't take damage. Like, I'm sorry, bro. I don't rate a round 2 TKO win over Carl Roberson because you stomped him to the body and you looked cool doing it. Like, Carl Roberson, you want to know Carl Roberson's fucking record? This kid's 9-7, and he finished his career on a 5-fight losing streak. The third of which was to Rountree, by the way. So he's already coming off 2 losses, and he then lost another 2 after that. Like, this kid's not good. And this is like your highlight reel win. This is like the one that people go like, oh my god, he kicked him in the body when he was on the ground. call the cops. This dude's 13-6. He's not beating Jamahal Hill. I'm ranting about this shit. It actually, like, the Khalil glaze pisses me off. And maybe he wins. This motherfucker's getting custom shorts as well, which also annoys me. Pantoja better get custom shorts. Joshua Van is more fucking deserving of custom shorts than Khalil Rountree, dude. Anyway, now that I've done calling Khalil mid, Jamahal also isn't very good at all, so he might lose. And his striking defense is concerning, but I rate Jamahal Hill more. I think he's more fundamental, less relying on just fluke KO potential. Not fluke KO, but like less relying on him just catching you, I guess, and putting you away. And Jamahal, like, he looked solid against Yuri. I thought he was alright in that fight. Yuri's an unorthodox guy. I'm telling you, Yuri fucking puts Khalil in a bag. Yuri's spinning elbows Khalil Rountree's fucking dome into another dimension. Yes, he got caught by Pereira. So if you want to do the MMA math game, you can just say, yeah, Khalil looked better against Pereira. I think Khalil's style is one that can give a guy like Pereira trouble early because he's quicker. He does have the speed advantage. I think Jamal's good. I think he's more reliable. He's fought 5 rounds before. He's been into the 4th with Thiago Santos. He's been the distance with Glover. Teed off on Glover. Used him as a punching bag the whole fight. Slept. And if we want to do the reverse MMA math of saying, oh, Pereira did better against Jamahal than Khalil. Yeah, also, Jamahal Hill put Johnny Walker in a fucking bag. Johnny Walker put Khalil in a bag. So we can MMA math all you want. I don't give a fuck. I think Jamal's better. I just think his fundamental boxing is decent. And his defense is a little bit iffy. But he's good. Like, I don't think he's that bad. And I don't like Jamahal Hill, bro. I've been hate watching this man his last 2 fights, hoping he gets fucking flatline KO'd. And he did once. And then well, not flatline, but like he's been finished pretty badly twice. I will say, I probably was going to pick Khalil when they fought at Kansas. Because my initial thing was like, this dude's coming back way too soon after that loss to Yuri, where he took damage. It's now like 6 months removed from that. I feel okay. Again, it was the same thing when he originally... This fight's been booked multiple times. When he was originally going to fight him on 303, and that was like, that fight got booked literally like 2 fucking weeks. No, that fight got booked like 5 days after he got knocked out by Pereira. And I'm just like, dude, what are you doing? You're going to get shinned out cold. And that was before Khalil had that Pereira fight, obviously. Since then, it was booked for Kansas. And my initial in was, again, like, too quick of a turnaround. Bro, you're getting chinned. Unless Jamahal Hill just shows up shit and injured and terrible, I don't know. I think he beats Khalil. I think he's just, boxing's just better. So I'm picking Jamahal. Khalil, you can go back to fucking singing parody country fucking double shot of whiskey songs and shit. I don't give a fuck. You'll head back to... I hate Khalil Rountree. I don't know, it just pisses me off. He's a fun fighter though, it's the thing. He's just annoying. His personality is annoying. The glaze he gets is annoying. People just want to assume this dude's just good. I'm seeing polls and it's like 80% of people are picking Khalil. So if these odds widen, it was actually wider. It was -1, like 160. If they come in, if they rebound back out and we get up to like -160, -170 territory again, which we could see a late push on Khalil. Again, we'll see how they look at weigh-ins. Jamal's obviously got a height and reach advantage. I don't know, dude. I just can't rely on Khalil to just, like... Unless he catches him in round 1. I genuinely don't think Khalil wins this fight unless it's by round 1 KO. I don't think he just outstrikes Jamahal. Unless he just... Because I don't see him outpointing Jamahal Hill. Like, I think Jamahal is going to be a higher output striker. Khalil is not a high output striker because he's so explosive. I don't think he can throw at that high of a clip. So I'm fucking taking Jamahal. I don't know. I'll be hate watching both of them, I guess. But I want Khalil to lose more than I want Jamahal to lose at this stage. I've had my hate watch for Jamahal twice. It was successful both times. And Khalil gained my respect after the prayer fight. I'm like, that was tough as hell. Good job. But now since then, I don't know. Something about it's just pissing me off. So Jamahal, sleep this bum. Anyway, those are the picks. Yeah, that's it. Goodbye. I don't know. I'll do... Next video is probably going to be my lawyer tier list video. It went 10 out of 10 on my channel. I feel very upset about that. I thought that was a funny video. So, can I get some supportive comments saying that you enjoyed the lawyer tier list if you did watch it? Because I was up at like 3 AM making that shit and it got 1,000 views in 12 hours. So, that was tough. Anyway, though, that'll do it, guys. My next video is probably going to be a ranking every card, grading every card that's upcoming. Abu Dhabi card is fucking ridiculous. Baldy cooked on that one. But again, if you're wondering why Lucas Tracy's dropping fucking rant videos out the wazoo about 318, 319, 317 being mid, if you're wondering why, take a look at the fucking fight nights. Take a look at the fight nights and you'll get your answer. Anyway, guys, that'll do it. Goodbye.